Welcome to the Two Boots Word Vault podcast. In this episode, I read from my chapbook, The Music Critic in Dreamland, one of my 3 Music Critic chapbooks. For decades, music has played an important role in creating my poems, whether writing them or performing them or recording with musicians. This chapbook is titled The Music Critic in Dreamland. 4D. Danny Deerdorf plays Dylan in my dream. It's the kind of dream I don't want to wake from, driving a semi through the old neighborhood where the long haulers would never go. And just as I turn the corner at the playground, Charlie Musselwhite is on the radio and says, "Here's Danny Deerdorf on harmonica, playing Dylan's Chimes of Freedom." And Danny's sweet heart blows, and the sweetness grows as Danny sings. But he's singing Bobby's My Back Pages, with the Byrds' bass line rolling beneath him. And my joyful heart is thumping, and I'm singing along, and I tell myself, it doesn't matter if Charlie makes a mistake, 'cause this album's a compilation. And I love it when I can sing the words, with the chimes of freedom flashing, I'm younger than that now. Away in Dreamland. A Miles Davis trumpet blast blew the roof off the attic, and the Christmas wreaths flew away. When I tried to talk to Sally about the disaster, she went off and wandered aimlessly. I tried to talk to Jim, but he turned his wounded face, and I ruefully walked away. An old woman in a beaded shawl told the black man beside me, "I'd like to give you this simple gift." When I tried to speak to her, her eyes went blank, and she, too, turned her face away. With a spade, I tried to hold cocoa-colored catamounts at bay. I couldn't, and I woke up. Music fish are leaping. The music fish are leaping on the freshwater sea as its flute clan swims up Sturgeon River. The row of their strongest notes drop to nests of rock beads and are fanned by their fathers. In chest waders, I go into cold water and dip my long-handled net into the music. Drunkards beside the river yell to the flutists, "You're great, play Laurentian ragas." Each time I dip, my net is full of flapping, flipping sound, and I'm getting drunker by the sweep. Listening to the flutists. These flutists twist their throats, stretch the notes, while my rosary of sorrows sputters out of knotholes. They play only for tears and smiles, but our coins secretly fall into their love pockets. I can only dream to gleam like the arpeggios climbing up and down the spine of my desire. The oboist. How long did the chamber orchestra rehearse to be ready for Raymond Lepard's baton? How many hours did the oboist practice so he could join the orchestra? What did he relinquish so that he could ride the tide of Bach's imagination? When my wife plays her violin, When my wife plays her violin, her yellow hair plays with her bow. She's a gypsy player of Bajan scores, those tracks to the galaxy's garden. She catches passion the way flowers catch dew, quietly, without threat or malice. My heart is a stupid leopard who wants to climb to an overhead limb, pounce upon her strong, soft throat, and replace her varnished violin. But she wraps my heart like a slow boa and takes me, a soft, quivery rabbit. A trio in a tandoor restaurant. She's a fiery rose with her violin at chin. She's a gypsy on a galactic tortoise. The guitarist is a stealthy puma, hunting on the side of a piney mountain. At the drummer's knees, the tablas echo the yellow finch's heartbeat. He listens to minnows dart in the shallows. He's a heron stalking the reeds. The backside of sorrow. When all you know is misery and your words aren't enough, what can you do? That's the blues. You're feeling pain. Your song's a cry no one else can hear. That's the blues. In the moment when you're crying, and all you know is the crying, and despair won't disappear. That's the blues. When misery wants to flow, just go on its way, and all you can do is let it through. That's the blues. When you are the misery and its sewer, you're the vessel and what's inside. That's the blues. When you let yourself be the pain, that long cry of why, and you know the answer won't come, that's the blues. After all your crying, if you not be denying, the pain will go and something else comes. It's a gift from the blues, a sweetness in sorrow, a joy and a smile. It's God, it's Grandma, it's Grandpa and the baby. It's a lap, a kiss, another glad day. A bread-baking mama, a satisfied man. A little boy's tussle and his strong heart. It's the blues gone to light and a clear dawn. It's robins singing in gladness. Because misery's wake is a halo of hallelujahs. If you be yourself and not what you conquer, if you cry and laugh when it's over, the blues won't stop and the joys won't stop. Because if you're trusting the blues, you're trusting joy, and joy is the backside of sorrow. The blues in August. I'm feeling blue. I'm a failure. I'm lost as a man. I'm aching and I'm bored flipping shoe polish cans. Lost my farm, lost my aim, lost my dog, lost my plans. Now I'm stuck watching game shows in television land. Ain't the blue sky blue? Ain't the river dark and brown? I've run out of reasons for not going down. There's a frog in the backyard. He's a mile from home. And he's hiding in the daisies pretending he's a stone. He's looking for something. He's still sleek and wet. He's determined to travel 'cause he ain't dead yet. Wherever I wander, in my memory or my soul, I'm spewing sparks of silver, mining veins of gold. The marching band's maneuvers. The marching band's halftime maneuvers form a horse head, a sword, and clashing jousters. Their gaudy uniforms with epaulets forebode the loss of autonomy. These are political times, and the conductor claims his inalienable right to tell us what to do, what to think, and how to feel. It's that simple. When the game is over, the tuba player takes the flutist to bed, and her hidden tattoo ripples on her hip. James Melodica. James sits alone on a spit of stone, staring over speckles of water. Like a breeze he blows a melodica. The reeds wave in his music, and their cries echo behind him. Notes rebound, sounds are bits of bark and berry. They're reverent and offer what we cannot accept. Pine cones and ants are too frazzled to know these slow notes are grace. Fishermen speed away in power boats. They don't realize what got away. The notes in the deeper holes where lunkers patiently fan their gills in deep, cold water. Gary Schulte on viola. Go ahead, call me a liar. When he shows his breast of marble, he plays hymns from an igneous cave. His head glows, glittery, white, and ochre. His viola pulls mica feathers off of our mountain of gratitude. His songs have marten teeth that chew our sorrows into juice. The fiddle god at the landmark. The fiddle god plays in the reopened historical landmark center. His improvisation fills the room. His gift is his effort to draw effortlessly a bow across a violin's gut and wail a long ecstatic song of ferocity. The melody and echo make love. The pillars shiver. The balustrades hum. All of the visible wood grain and each ripple in the terrazzo applaud. I hear a chisel ring on a granite stairway, and a wrought iron smith laughs as he installs the filigree gate to the top floor entry. Man is a bridge. While reading a quote from Nietzsche, man is a bridge. The faint scent of peony blossoms carries me back and forth, city to farm, dove whistle to violin. Inside the house, Dallas practices the slow, moving Door of Saints on her violin. A squirrel runs down the garage roof to the maple limb and up a branch to the hole in a gray trunk. Poppies, lupin, and the wild blue flax wiggle a bit as the bees dance from bloom to bloom in the garden. As the music stops, I'm back to write for you on a sun-bright page. Who's to say the dead don't have fun? I'm singing harmony as Uncle Willie sings. Freedom just another word for nothing left to lose. Uncle Jim and Dad sing beside me in our circle. Then Uncle Willie turns away and turns back with the big grin he gets after a beer or two. And he lifts his finger and he says to me, "Here's the lost verse to me and Bobby McGee." And he sings of horses and roping and Norman, Oklahoma. Suddenly, Uncle Charlie is at the edge of our circle. He holds his harmonica high in his hand and wants to join us and play his signature tune, Gonna take a sentimental journey. Uncle Charlie is 92, and tears come every time he plays his Hohner chromatic. His brothers are dead, and he's still alive, and I'm alive, and I'm smiling.